souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the drugs became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline to rise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision keep. Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now the set of cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a building while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the drugs became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline to rise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision keep.
Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now the set of cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a building while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. Let's keep the mathematics, that's the Lord. Soul reaper, patient trader, eat. Mono-emotional trader, sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the trust became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept us acting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that hit. Discreparate you look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. Let's keep the mathematics, that's the Lord. Soul reaper, patient trader, eat. Mono-emotional trader, sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
Market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walk when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, me burst the giants every morning at the hope it unfold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Marking levels in the chains that can't protect my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that hit. Scrapping look foolish before the rain arrived. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord. So reap a patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walk when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, me burst the giants every morning at the hope it unfold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I Seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. But seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Thursday, August 6th. And welcome to the most value packed live trading show where we live trade breakdown charts, cover high impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity filled day. Make sure to like the video on YouTube, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. If you're looking to join us for the delay-free, ad-free stream, and along with our pre-market prep game plan, where we put our game plan into motion. Now it's a matter of following the game plan. Make sure to click the link pinned in the description. Make sure to click scan the codes on the screen to join our community and access all the tools and resources. So we're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're opening up above 770. So PML is going to be important on the Qs. PML across the board will be important on all the major indexes. Right out the gate, we're starting to see Microsoft push the upside, Apple pushing to the upside. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Tesla sliding to the downside. Tesla sliding to the downside, and it looks like we're going to gap. Kind of no gap up, no gap down. Okay, no gap up or gap down. Okay, we're opening up and smack down in the middle of prior days range. Speaking of prior days range, the Qs have the most amount of relative weakness in relation to their prior days range. Okay, they're below that Dow downside breaker. Same as small caps, and the only ones that are trading within prior days range still are SPY and the Dow. Okay, SPY and the Dow. Walmart, if we do start to dump here, Walmart is always a candidate. Keep a close eye on Walmart. Okay, right out the gate, we're starting to see memory starting to slide. Software holding up. Mag 7 holding up as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Poll question for today is, do we make all-time highs? Very simple. Do we make all-time highs today, or do we not make all-time highs? Okay, to be or not to be for all-time highs. Okay, Qs are starting to slide. Small cap sliding as well. So mega cap tech and small cap sliding. Broadcom falling off a cliff. Look at that nosedive on Broadcom. Okay. Separation, 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 separation is going to be critical. Separation. I know there's a big zone, guys. Separation is going to be critical. There goes the Qs. So tech is selling off. Let's see if I can trickle into let's see if I can trickle into SPY. We do have Shockwave 5. Okay. Tesla testing 315. Q is falling off a cliff, guys. We want to see the Qs close below that 710. That can be a sign that the sell-off is here. Okay, but we need the Q. We need the Dow and SPY to join the party as well. All right, so just assessing if this is a bounce, because we're sitting at some support, guys, some support areas, or if it's a straight sell-off. Let's take a look at SPY. If the Qs continue to dump and Dow joins the party, Shockwave 5 is on the table. Okay, that's that Dow downside breaker. Down goes Dow downside breaker. I'm looking at the 768s on SPY. Tremendous weakness on the Qs. Qs stay below 710. Qs are starting to slide here. Okay, nice slide on the Qs. Okay, see that 5-minute candle can close. SPY also breaking down here. All right, so synchronized selling taking place, guys. Dow also selling off. Okay, the sell-off is primarily in semis. Semis falling off a cliff. SMH testing that 560 psych level. All right. So I'm not fully convinced unless the Qs close below 710. Okay. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for refilling my coffee, Francis. Good morning and God bless you and your family, health, economy, and followers. George, may you receive abundant likes and support for your awesome channel. Hit the like button, everyone. Absolutely hit the like button. Thank you for always speaking encouraging words, speaking life into the chat. God bless you too. God bless your family. God bless everyone in the chat, guys. Good morning. It's always a privilege. It's an honor to wake up every single day and have another attempt, right, at trading, at life, to get better, right? It's a privilege. It's a privilege for us to trade these conditions. It doesn't matter what the conditions are, so we can never lose sight of that. A verse of the day, 1 John 1:9. We have good morning, Wiz. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Vanus. Good morning, Sid. Thank you for supporting the channel, Sid. Good morning, CK. Good morning, Paul Man. Good morning, Sounds Heal Me. Good morning, BLR 1982. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so we're seeing a different shift in the tone. All right, I'm not convinced by the Qs, okay, unless we close below 710, because that is support. So keep a close eye on that 15-minute candle on the Qs in relation to that level we discussed. So if you take a look at it, I'm looking at this on a different chart. All right, this is what the Qs are doing. They're still hovering in this area. They have not created separation. All right, so the Qs are going to dictate the pace for us. We're going to keep a close eye on that. Small caps continue to drop. The Dow is starting to slide now. So if the Qs slide, okay, then SPY can join. Qs are back above 710. Small caps below that Dow downside breaker. So was the Dow. So everything is at some point in time took out that Dow downside breaker. Okay, unless we get a sweep of pre-market low across the board, right? See if we get that breakdown. For SPY, that magnet zone is going to be here, guys. We need some kind of separation. I thought I marked out that zone. Some kind of separation away from here. Okay, Qs are starting to pump here. Sweep of that 710. All right, they swept that 710. SPY is starting to pump as well. Let me clear my watch list. Okay, let's get SPY on the watch list. Shockwave 5. SPY 772, 771s. For the push into PMH. I want you to pay attention to this zone, guys, this bound zone. Okay, one separation. So now let's see if small caps can reclaim that PML. See if the Dow can reclaim PML as well. Keeping a close eye on the 772s on SPY. Calls. If it continues to expand, and the QUs continue to hold above the VWAP. Okay, has room into that PMH. Okay, so the Qs completely recovered. Engulfing candle on the Qs. So that's why you can't go short right off the open. All right, you're shorting at support. You're shorting at support. Okay, see if I can get a signal here. There goes Microsoft, Nvidia going as well. Walmart falling off a cliff. Amazon pushing. Amazon does have room if you can hold that 275. This hourly candle has a chance of going engulfing if we knock out these highs. Okay, let's see if SPY can continue to push. I like how the Qs are showing strength. Right, they just trapped some bears down there below 710. Okay, I want to see some kind of separation. So if you trade the 5-minute orb here, you'll already be in. If you trade Shockwave, you're waiting. All right, you're waiting for confirmation. So it's a matter of can the Qs hold VWAP. Okay, can the Qs hold VWAP? If they can maintain that candle for the next 6 minutes until 9:45, that would be encouraging. Okay. If you're waiting until Shockwave 15, continue to wait. Some early candidates are Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia. Nvidia 227.50s, 225s. Okay, go further dated if you need to. These are 1 DTEs. Amazon, go with the 280s. Okay, if it continues. Okay, so no sustained separation. All right, so Shockwave allows you not to get trapped there. Okay, the Qs are still trying to hold up PML. Okay, they're still trying to recover. Okay, they trapped those sellers below 710, squeezed them to 713.53. Now are they going to trap some buyers above VWAP and then trap and then slide and push them back to the downside? Okay, so things can get a little hectic in this area. Okay, things can get a little hectic, very similar to what took place yesterday. It required maximum patience. Okay, it required maximum patience. So I'll exercise maximum patience. All right, so this is what we got ahead of what we got in front of us. Okay, so for us to overthrow this hourly candle, we need to get above 771.12. We can get an engulfer, 3 up. If we end up closing below the hourly breaker, that's keep enforcement. Okay, then going to the next hour at 11 o'clock. Okay, we're probably going to be opening up smack down in the middle, and that range will change. Okay, now do we have enough? I like how the Qs are going continuation. See if SPY can follow suit. Still looking at the SPY calls. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone joining us on Discord, Google Meets. If you're just jumping in, good morning. So there was one zone that was paramount, okay, during first shift, and it's this zone right here. It's going to be highly contested. It's a high stake zone. SPX 40%. Beautiful job, Jake. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Tremendous scalping. We're starting to see semis starting to push, guys. Semis are thriving. Okay, memory's thriving, highs a day. We have software near highs a day, and mag's looking to get into highs a day as well. Okay, so as far as the Qs are showing, and they're reflecting that. So it's a matter of can the Dow reclaim VWAP and get back above PMH. All right, so the Qs are holding up their end of the bargain. Okay, I'm looking at the 770, 79 break. Shockwave 5 gives me a signal. All right, with some follow through, I'll be there for it. Into PMH. One thing we can't deny, we do have this nice little, there's the path price is taking so far. And we're hugging VWAP as well. We are hugging VWAP. Amen. Okay, let's see what we got here. I like how the Dow's starting to push. Okay, see if the score can bump up at least into 60. Control still mixed, so might need a little bit of front running. Okay, and down goes Amazon just that quickly, right? Things are just doing their own thing. What you notice this week is every individual name is kind of in its own world. All right. Okay. Shockwave 15. This is going to be the second consecutive day where Shockwave 15 and Shockwave 5 are the same level. Essentially the same level. That tells us during the first few minutes of the day, we're not making any moves. Okay. Let's see if we get that hold there. I like that hourly candle. Q's pushing, Q's thriving, VIX falling off a cliff. Candidate to the downside for me is Palantir once again. All right, I know Palantir took forever in a day to work out yesterday, but the Palantir 150 puts, I am interested in those. And I'm watching SPY like a hawk. Just want to time this. Okay, nothing so far. Shockwave 15 is here. Okay, Shockwave 15 is here. Shockwave 15, the signal will come down here, guys. All right, you can see on this chart down below, strikers. So Shockwave 5 and 15 signal are very close. They're compound breaks. I want to see if you can hold above that. Get that hold. We have a lot of wicks in that area. The past 3 5 minute candles, lots of wicks. Want to see a nice victory above those wicks. Okay. Qs, see if the Qs can break as well. Small caps, okay, small caps has a complete reclaim, so IWM does look appealing as well if it starts to go. Okay, so Shockwave on IW. Keep a close eye on the 300 contracts. Those calls, if we do start to rip. Watching SPY here. All right, watching it like a hawk. I got Palantir as well. To back the downside, second consecutive day. Okay, I'm watching that. I'm gonna wait for that break and reclaim type of setup. Break, resurface. You see how the alerts don't even go off? The breaks at level and doesn't really go off. Okay, let's see if we get that hold. There goes SPY. There goes SPY. Okay, come back, tap that, come back and tap it. Come back and tap it. Okay, engulfing candle on the hourly. Just give me a tap. If you took that on the break, great timing. Has room to PMH. Okay, Qs are starting to go as well. Okay, Qs going. Keeping a close eye on Palantir. Keeping a close eye on Nvidia as well. Nvidia does have some room. Scale out if you took that via Shockwave 5. Engulfing can on the 5. Small caps also brewing. Okay, keep a close eye on IWM. IWM coming to play. So look at that nice engulfing candle. So you can see that's why it's so important not to take those shorts off a support. Okay. If you just decide to go short because of the weakness you saw in pre-market right out the gate. Okay. Market said thank you very much. So SPY, pull back, IW, starting to break. See IW can hold above that level. SPY's at PMH, scale out already hit. Okay, I'll take IWM right there. Okay, I'm on IW. And the IWM calls. If you do take IWM, manage accordingly. My risk is conservative per usual. IW's testing a weekly level there. Want that 5-minute candle to close as strong as possible. And if SPY can get above that PMH, that would be great. SPY comes back into this area. There can be a retest opportunity. IW did see profit upwards of 5. See if he gets some follow through. What's going to help IW is SPY knocking this out, knocking that PMH out. Dow starting to slide, so that might start to weigh on SPY a little bit. New 5-minute candle here. Okay, keep in mind, guys, we do have some catalysts coming up. Up 11, up 12 on IW. I'm going to take a majority off right there. At 11. We do have a we had a catalyst this morning, so no catalyst coming up. So down to runners on IW. Okay. See if IW can continue to push. Quick 12% TP. I want IW to hold above that weekly open. So I don't want IW on the 5-minute to close back below here. Okay, so see if we can turn to marathon runners. All right. Means it just continues to go. Okay. If it quickly recoils, then those runners will get stopped. I'll look at SPY. Look at that SPY hourly candle. We flipped that very quickly. Okay, so good TP on IW. See if it has a little more room to continue to push. If you took SPY, congratulations. You can take it into PMH. That's a wonderful, wonderful trade. Small caps falling off a cliff. Nvidia is brewing. Okay, I'll close IW right there. Okay, so IW stopped out on the runners. So no luck on the runners. Couldn't hold that zone. If you can resurface, I can possibly get back. I can possibly get back in. Okay, so I haven't had much luck with runners this week. Okay, IW resurface, I can re-engage. Resurface, I can re-engage. Q's full breakout mode, guys. Q's full breakout mode. Microsoft out of here. Okay, Amazon coming into play, possibly Tesla also brewing. Right, it's gonna depend on, can we knock these highs out? Who took SPY? If you took SPY, dollar signs in the chat. Okay. Q's retest, SPY retest brewing. Palantir going the other way. Scale out on Microsoft. Okay. So there's IW's conservative. If IW can refuel, get back above it, I can re-engage. If SPY can get above PMH. Microsoft going. Nvidia trying to go. Nvidia's trying. So I have an alert on Nvidia. So Microsoft is the one that took off. Now Tesla's brewing. Keep a close eye on Tesla. Right, but we're gonna need SPY to knock out these highs for Tesla to go. That's gonna help Tesla go a little higher. All right, just be mindful. Just rule out any traps first on Tesla. If market starts to slide here, if you notice, the Dow is going the opposite way. The Dow is just dragging everything lower. If Tesla does decide to make an independent run, 320 is coming up next. Okay, for SPY, I want to resurface. If it comes back into here, I want to resurface type of setup. Okay, we have 6 minutes left until the hourly candle closes. So quick scalp on IW. And then stop down on runners. Apple also coming into play. Keep a close eye on Apple. Okay. Apple. So if the market does start to slide, Apple typically starts to go 320 on Apple. Calls. Okay, decisive push, keeping a close eye on Apple. So it's either that breakout on Apple or the resurface on SPY and Qs. Okay. Looking at the 320s on Apple. Okay, SPY coming back with that retest. See if Apple can get that break. I want SPY to dip a little into it, to be honest. Okay, Apple. I want to hold on Apple. I want to hold on Apple signal to print. The Dow is just falling off a cliff, guys. The Dow continues to go lower. Meta also breaking here. Be mindful of that PMH 595 on Meta. Tesla breaking nicely. It's at 320. Scale out if you need to. Tesla, come back and retest. Nice push on Tesla. Nice bounce on SPY. Now does it have enough? If it does, okay, I'm going to dip my fingers again. I'm going to use IW. Okay, I'm going to take IW a second time. If SPY starts to collapse, okay, Apple to the upside. All right, so what's really dragging us here, guys, is the fact that the Dow is just falling off a cliff. Look at the Dow, guys. The Dow is just dragging everything lower. So unless we have outstanding strength on the Qs, it's very hard for SPY to go any higher or create sustained separation away from the zone. Okay, Tesla continues to push. Apple starting to slide, no entry there. Microsoft coming for that retest. Small caps going. Look at that push on small caps. If you time that, high as a day's your target. Tesla's above 320. See if you can hold. See if you can hold. If you can hold, it's gold. Tesla continues to push. Okay, structurally, this needs to hold. Structure that needs to hold. If we can resurface, I'll be there on SPY. Okay, I'll take SPY right there. I'm in the SPY calls. Risk conservative. So I need the support to hold. And what I would like to see, some pressure being put on this resistance. Okay, if this fails to hold, all right, then I get invalidated. View out fails to hold, and then eventually gets here, and then I'll get stopped out. So second trade of the day, SPY. Okay, so you get that nice little bounce. Oh, I can't even see. Sorry, guys. Here. Average fill 107. So no close below that territory. Small caps are going, guys. Small caps are going. Okay, see if SPY can start to go. Okay, there we go. Up 8. Go, go, go. TP if you need to, guys, for a scalp. Okay, you want to see this break. This has to break. This has to break. If it doesn't break, it can continue to potentially slide. All right, it's going to come down to this compression here. It's getting very tight. I'll sit through that. My risk is conservative. No close below conservative here. Okay, the action is not clean. The action is not clean here, team. So, but I'm looking for the break on the other side of this, risking conservative. If you took 8 already, in less than a minute, good, good, good. If you're gonna let it play out, okay, manage accordingly. See if you get that break. Up 10. Look at that, guys. Shenanigans. Look at the shenanigans, guys. It looks like the contracts are ahead of the chart. Okay, I did see up 12 on the contracts. Go, go, go. Shenanigans. Go, go, go. Okay, I'm going to take a majority off right there. Only filled at 8 because of the shenanigans. I tried to get filled at 12. Down to runners. When it's erratic like this, okay, there's no telling where you're going to get filled. Okay, down to runners. Okay, here is the fine line in the sand. No close below there. Okay, so let's see if the runners can allow this to break and continue to push. Did see upwards of 12% to the upside. If you took IWM, scale out. Looks like IWM is the nice push. Okay. Anyone take that? Anyone take SPY there? Sit through that back and forth. And you extracted more than 10 out of that. Good, good, good. It's hard to get filled. We have a new hourly candle. All right. So again, we can start to chop around as long as we stay within this candle's range. Small caps, a direction on the hourly. Small caps. If you took small caps, congratulations. I'm babysitting SPY here. This is critical. Okay, because if this structure starts to fail, the structure being put to the test. Okay, that and VWAP is there, so we can sit through a VWAP test, but we can't sit through a conservative break test. Okay, so this is critical. This is a critical point here. Critical juncture. look at small caps, guys. Small caps are thriving. All right, so that double dip on small caps, gorgeous. If that was your initial entry there, that was gorgeous as well. Okay, see if SPY can start to push. I wanted to break above here and continue to go. Okay. So we did see profits upwards of 12. Okay, go. A lot of contention in this area, team. So in this case, we need the Qs to make those highs of the day, and we need the Dow to get above 542.22. That would be our best case scenario to try to put some pressure on that PMH. Okay, up 12. Okay, TP if you need to. Very erratic action. Okay, I'll let this play out at least into this territory. Okay. Just ugly action, to say the least. Okay, while that plays out, I'm going to look at Tesla. All right, I'll let that play out. Tesla for the retest. I want Tesla to resurface. Looking at the 325s on Tesla. Okay. My stop here on SPY is conservative right here. If this gets knocked out, then I'll cut the runners. Tesla's retesting, bouncing off that retest. SPY is just stuck in this very tricky spot. Okay, it's make or break. I want Tesla to get a little lower into VWAP possibly. Dip a little bit deep, dive a little deeper into that zone. Palantir going the other way. And you don't take small caps. If you took IWM, congratulations, guys. Congratulations if you took IWM. So the congratulations goes to the Microsoft break takers, Tesla into 320. If you took small caps, also, if you took SPY for a quick scalp, 12%. Also congratulations, Qs. Okay, see, we can start to push here. We need some higher highs. Look how tough this action is, guys. Okay, look how tricky this action is. Still waiting on Tesla. Want to get a little deeper. IWM, guys, knocking out PMH. IWM is the standout. Tesla retest. SPY just chopping. So let's put it like this. SPY hold VWAP. SPY hold VWAP. I hold. SPY hold, failed to hold VWAP. I'll fold. Alright, so did take a majority off at single digits. I tried to get it out at 12. Right, but couldn't get that fill at 12. So you can see, we can see some back and forth here for a little bit of time, guys, between that daily open and that PMH. Hourly candles inside. Okay, so 2 trades so far. Both worked in our favor. Just unable to have any room on those runners on small caps. And seeing if SPY can start to push. Runners on SPY can start to push. Tesla dive a little deeper into that territory. Okay, knock out these highs and go 3-2 continuation. All right, we are coming out of this bounce zone. Okay, so that is encouraging. We're coming out of a bounce zone. All right, so when everyone's looking to go short, we're looking to go the other way. right? Because we're in a balance zone. We respect our zones, okay? Up 14, okay? If you haven't TP'd, this is a good scale out if you need to, all right? So I always have to say these things just to remind you, all right? You can walk away with 14% more than what you initially had. Everyone has different risk tolerance. Everyone has different approaches, but it's very important to understand. It's always good to get compensated for your efforts. Okay, Tesla, dive a little deeper. That'd be great. Qs are on board. Qs need to get above that PMH, guys. So let's go back to here. So what we're telling our team, guys, is do not short here. Do not short here. This is support. Okay, what's holding us up is the Dow. Look at small caps. Right. So if you tune into our pre-market prep stream, the levels are given. The rationale scenarios are given. So our team, okay, we don't have a bias. Okay. The saying is we can care less, but we're not careless. All right. What that simply means is we can care less which way it goes, but we're still going to be tactical in our approach. 25% IW. Beautiful job, Lynn. If we can hold that PMH and you have some runners, all right. If we can hold that PMH, we have some runners, and Qs can knock out PMH, this thing can start to go. It's really just spoiling the party is a Dow. So the Qs have to make a exaggerated move for SPY to get above those highs, because the Dow is seeking lows a day. Okay, so if the Dow can avoid seeking lows a day and Qs continue to push, that'll give SPY enough of a push to continue to accelerate. Okay, so this is resistance until proof otherwise. So I'm going to wait for the break. We're at session highs as well. Let's see if we get some follow through. Nice retest on Tesla. If you took the retest, manage accordingly. You can take it into that 319, from 319.45 into 320. That's a quick 60-cent pop. Have a little bit of FOMO on IWM. SPY, SPY, SPY. Okay, I want the Qs to successfully break past this key zone up here, team. And that can give SPY a chance to get above these highs and trade above those highs. Okay, look how grindy and slow this movement is. Making sure that everyone gets stopped out. Okay. And it's not easy to sit through this if you're full size, right? The back and forth. Okay, you're gonna be thinking all sorts of different things. Okay, so we take profits there, 14%. Highs of the day. Good, good, good. I'm gonna sit through this. All right. See if we can continue to push. I like how we knocked out those highs on the hourly. Up 15. I like how the Qs are above that daily upside breaker. I want the Qs to stay above PMH. That can give SPY a chance. The Qs stay above PMH. See if SPY can get above north of PMH. You have the choice to take profits here at 14. Okay, we're at this area here, so what you don't want to see is a double top. Okay, so if you don't see a double top, we can literally take the top off this and continue to push. Okay, up 21. Go, go, go. I like how the Qs continue to push. TP1 on the Qs. See if we can hold above those highs. Want that closure above that PMH on SPY. If it starts to wick, then we can possibly part ways. Especially this 5-minute candle. You can monitor that 5-minute candle. So at least walk away with 10% out of this if it wicks. Get that push. One more push. One more push. Decisive push. We're directional on the hourly. Get that push. Get that push. And now go candle over candle. And now create that separation to the upside. If that can take place, we'll be good to go. So we don't want any slowdown. We don't want any back and forth. Okay. We don't want to see any back and forth. Ideally, if we can hold these highs on the 5, that'd be great. Okay, see if we can hold that area right there. I want us to hold this area. Q's pulling back. We just need the Dow not to make lows a day, and try to get as close as possible to that daily downside breaker. A runaway train for the small caps. TP2 hit small caps. TP1 hit on Qs. What's really holding back SPY is the Dow. If the Dow can get back above that daily downside breaker, that'd be great. Look at that candle. That manipulation candle there. If that candle goes candle under candle, gotta get out of there. Get one more push. One more push, knock out those highs. This is the way the price is moving is very laggy, very slugfest, slow grind, and it's tricky to get the read. Okay, I'll take my profits there at 15%. Okay. All right, for good measure. As much as I want to hold it, right? I don't want this thing just to reject, go double top, start to slide. If you took Tesla, good. If you're gonna hold it through, at least let this trend line hold. Okay, so I'm all out on SPY. Okay, so all in all, net positive trade, 15% extraction on runners. Majority of the position was able to get 6-7% here. I was trying to get 12 off that initial break, but it was very volatile here, if you guys recall. Okay, so that's 2 trades during first shift, both worked in our favor. IWM, okay. What's happening is the first trade I took on IW is a little bit of a front run. All right, if you look at the Look at the 15. Okay, I took this here and then I got stopped out. So the resurface, you see how it resurfaces and continues to push. This was the beautiful setup. Tesla as well. The retest of that level is critical. Okay, break, scale out, comes back in, and then it resurfaces. Never looks back. Okay. So, despite the fact that the action is tricky, there are still tons of opportunities. Apple breaking down here, see if Apple can hold below PML. Okay, so took it to PMH. Now it looks like that was max pain. And then now we're starting to slide. Okay, so good TP. All right, as much as I wanted to see if we can get above that PMH, we did see upwards of 20-21%, but we decided to lock in that 15 because the Dow is just, just spoiling the party. Qs are doing what they need to do. Small caps doing what they need to do. We're still directional on the hourly, but I don't want to sit through any moves that are not going up. The sideways is what kills the positions. Okay, so that'll be all the trades during first shift. Second shift, we'll look for some more trades as well. And the streak continues, guys. The streak continues. If you are joining, all right, if you join the past week or the past, I'd say 7-8 episodes, I know it just seems like every trade we're taking works, but that's not the reality of the situation. All right, some trades you're gonna get stopped out, some of you're gonna miss. If you contrast the trades from the past, I would say now 2 weeks in comparison to 2 weeks ago. Go back and watch those episodes. Okay, the second last week of July, things were not going in our favor. Monday, especially Monday and Tuesday, everything was a stop out. Entry execution wasn't as clean. All right, and still, guys, this action is very shaky, to be honest. Okay, so you still have to exercise caution because it's very easy for you to put your guard down as soon as you see the first 2 days of August and think that's how things are going to be. All right, so trading at all-time highs or near all-time highs does not make our job easier. We still have to do our due diligence. We still have to manage risk. Okay, we still have to have the same system, same approach, same respect for the action. It looks like we want to go to that 9 and test that 9. So again, generally making those higher highs. Okay, high, 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 higher highs, higher lows. All right, let's get the likes up, guys. Take a minute to smash the like button on YouTube. Tesla, big winner. Apple breaking down. $25%, beautiful job. Using 5-minute chart with the 1 minute has helped me holding trades a little longer. Yeah, especially when it starts to work in your favor. If you start to look at the 5, it kind of blocks out the noise. Tremendous implementation. Oh, Tesla to the upside. I just saw your message, Devil Dog. So the upside downside is basically just based on the shockwave trigger. During the first 2 hours, that's what I'm basing it on. So shockwave says puts, shockwave says calls. That's what I'm basing it on. Okay, we're directional on the hourly. Continue to push. Apple falling off a cliff. Qs continue to push. So what they're doing is the further data contracts are going to be the best option here, guys, because it's just, even though it's moving higher, it's just grinding higher. Intel, let's take a look at Intel. Look at Intel, guys. This thing drops, dumps. Where does shockwave say take the calls? Take the calls right here. There's the break, there's the retest, and it continues to push. Right, so a lot of the names, this was due to the Qs. Okay, so this morning, our eyes were on this level on the Qs. Okay, 50 MA, 710, downward compression. Avoid going short unless we decisively get a break, okay, and we get synchronized selling. We have to treat this as support until proven otherwise. Okay, now this knocks out that 715, knocks out prior day's lows, knocks out PMH, and then now it's starting to come into this rejection territory. Okay. Qs, look at the Qs. Look at small caps. SPY. The Dow's the only thing kind of just spoiling the party. If the Dow was doing the same thing and it broke, okay, SPY could easily be back at 773, 774. Okay, SPY. Okay, treat this as support until proof otherwise. We want to avoid going short at support. It's very appealing. This was a trap. They trapped those shorts there. If you're a scalper, you can make something out of this short. But if you like to open those positions and just hang on to them for an hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, right? If you respect the risk, that's just another loss. If you don't, this drags you all the way. Okay, let first shift come to an end. Let first shift come to an end. 9 minutes away, guys. Take a minute to smash the like button on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. We'll do the giveaway today. Okay. If you want to get your hands on Shockwave, make sure to click the link in the description. All right, that gives you access to Shockwave 15. All that will be coming out. All the other ones will be released very soon. Okay. Anyone still in SPY? 30% on SPY. I'm on calls. Good, good, good. We have 42 people joining us, guys. 53 likes. Okay, so that's 1/3 of the people liking the video. So the other 2/3 of the people tuning in. If you're a first-time viewer or a long-time viewer, make sure you've liked the video. And we will do a giveaway. I'm happy with the TP there. It's just kind of just stagnant because of the Dow. The Dow is just ruining it for SPY. The Qs off to the races, small caps off to the races, down lows the day. What does that do? Makes SPY a grind, slow grind to the upside, and just stuck in the mud. The winner of the giveaway, last giveaway, you do have access to Shockwave now. All right, so I did send that to you. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. The link is not working. Well, let's take a look. Let me find the link, and I'll drop the link in the description. Thank you for letting me know, Matt. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so this link is for Shockwave 15. All right, so there's going to be 15. There's going to be 60, 30. All right, preview. You can purchase each one of them individually, or you can purchase all of them. Okay, that's how it's going to be released. And that's going to be on a yearly basis or lifetime basis. Okay, because it's going to require commitment. It's very difficult on a monthly basis. All right, so if that's what you're looking for, that will be available very soon. All right, so again, good TP here. The fact that the Dow is just dumping. Any kind of weakness from the Q is going to drag us lower back to VWAP. Okay. All right, so this guides you to scale out, guides you to that area as well. And the SAT key level indicator will be available as well. So if you're on the same levels I have on my chart, okay, the most important key levels every single day without you clicking any buttons, automatically generate and print on your chart. That will also be available. Okay, so we're tackling everything one by one to give you the best tools and resources. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so that PMH was too much. Rejection. Palantir is thriving. Give me 1 second, let me post a link. Down 8K today, tricky day. Okay, good. Is manage your risk. And this Shockwave price, guys, this is less than what's on the site. Okay, so this is yearly access to Shockwave. 12-month access. All right, so there's a different price in the site. So if you're interested, it's right there. So back in the zone. NVIDIA puts. See Palantir continues to go. Retrace, reject on Apple. Let first shift conclude. Q's testing PMH 90 made daily downside breaker prior day's lows. So we finally broke structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the last low? This is the last low. So we knock out this low. So now the structure has officially been broken. Okay, so now the question is, where's that next high coming in? If that next high is lower than this high and a corresponding low is made, then we have a new cycle. Okay, testing VWAP here. Very, very tricky action, guys. Okay, let me clear the drawings. A lot of congestion. Let's put shockwave 60. Okay, we took advantage of shockwave 5. We took shockwave 15. Okay, shockwave 15 also gave you those entries into TP1. I took 5 today. Shockwave 60 also available. That's going to come in at 10:30. All right, so both shockwave 5 and shockwave 15 provided great opportunities, and we're going to go to shockwave 60 now. On this chart here, strikers, we're going to keep the 15 on default until 11:30. Okay, so let me send you that link as well. Okay, we're testing that daily open 770 cycle level. Okay, so we're basically congested in this area, team. Okay, so again, we're not making much movement during first. So first shift is in the books, guys. 2 trades, both worked in our favor. Couldn't get the IWM runners to run. Eventually stopped out, but SPY worked in our favor nicely. And IWM, that double dip was worked out much better. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, right? When you take it, it gives you 10, 15, and then the one you miss, it goes 50, 60, 70. All right, but the main thing is first shift is in the books. The action has not been easy to read at all. All right, so it's not been easy to read. This is very similar to what we saw in July. All right, the first 2 days with maybe a tease. We're still collecting data. We'll see. What makes it even trickier is we're just very close to all-time highs. Right. The fact that we're all-time highs, right, it's always in the back of our mind. And that adds an additional layer of complications. All right, so again, if you did well during first, you can be done for the day. We are seeing NVIDIA starting to break to the downside. We're seeing Palantir trying to resurface. Tesla also provided a nice push. I would say Tesla and IWM are the MVPs. Okay, the MVPs, Tesla and IWM. The prices are not available yet. All right, so there will be a way for you to get all of them, and there will be a way for you to get them individually and try to catch them all. All right, because it depends on what a person likes to trade. Right, if they like the 5, if you trade the 5-minute opening range, if you trade the 15-minute opening range, the 30-minute opening range, the 1-hour opening range, right, the logic and the signals and the targets and the risk parameters, the noise suppression, the customized trailing stops, all are designed for that particular time. And then now you basically have all the tools for the opening range. And then bonus, there's a Shockwave Lotto. Okay, so Shockwave Lotto as well. How long have you been training for? I've been training for 100 years. I'm just joking. So close to a decade. Okay, we need some kind of separation. If we combine all the experience everyone in our community has, that's probably close to 500 years of experience. Google. Let me take a look at Google. I was paying attention to Palantir instead of Google. Sometimes Google does that when it starts to get sticky. At least it feels like 100 years. It feels like 100 years. If you trade the 1 minute time frame, all right, or if you trade every single day 1 minute time frame, 1 year of trading is like 10 years. Okay, that's called scalping years, similar to dog years. Instead of 7 is 10 years. Google. Yeah, Google not going anywhere yet. It's very congested. Okay, so it's like Shockwave works the best when there's a lot of green grass ahead. When there's not a lot of levels. I mean, there's going to be levels in the area. It depends which levels there are. Like, let's take a look at Tesla. Okay. Okay, Tesla, for instance. All right, in comparison to SPY, Tesla, once it breaks, didn't break 16, 15 yet. Let's go to 15. It didn't break the arrow, I should say. Okay, once it breaks here, we can clearly see. If you guys have been trading with us for a long time, you know, okay, this has to be the initial target. As much as we want to hold it until infinity and beyond, Tesla breaks, that 320 is right there. If you can get above 320, it has some room to go. So it breaks, gets above 320, it gets all the way to 320, 320.89. Okay, and then comes back in, breaks again, and starts to push. And now it's above 320. All right, so the main thing for Tesla, the one thing it needs to do for it to turn into one of those monster trades, is knock out the zone. So you have two options. You can use that zone as your full TP. You can use that zone as a scale out. That can be anywhere from a 25 to 35% appreciation. Or you can say, I'm looking to take this into TP1. Okay, I'm risking, and you gotta knock me out before you gotta take me out, or I take my profits. So it just depends on the approach. Because once it knocks out that 320, For the second time, it gets all the way to 322.15. All right, so that is a massive move in relation to everything else. Okay, but again, there's no fall through in the market, so again, they have to take those profits relatively quickly. Nvidia's starting to slide here, retrace, reject. Google's on the verge, so if you're looking to take Google, for instance. Okay. So Google, we can see you have this daily open, you have that 360. So I'm looking to take Google. I want this breakdown to take place. Okay, failed the whole 360, and this is my runway. So during this time, of course, if the market continues to just chop around, this is my TP area. Okay, scaling out, do whatever I need to do. If I have some runners left, I'll target these lows down here. Alright, so currently sitting between this area here. So let the dust settle in this area. Because if it pops back above, if you go short too early, and it pops back above that daily open, it can try to go reclaim back the VWAP. So waiting is going to be the secret. You can try to reclaim back the VWAP and go the other way. The Dow is really dragging us, guys. The Dow is dragging us to the downside. The Dow is dragging us to the downside. Now take a look at SPY. You'll see how many levels there are in SPY. So in this range, okay, during the first hour, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 levels in about a $2 range. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I should say. 5 levels in a $2 range, and 4 levels in a less than 70-cent range. Keys are starting to slide. So this is a compound break. Be mindful of that. This is the low for Shockwave 15, 60, 30, 50, and 5 as well. Do we go? We had this scenario take place last week, if you recall, right? Where we had engulfing one way, engulfing the other way, and that tells us we're broadening. Okay. So TP1 hit. If you're trailing stop hit there. The awesome thing is you're not going to get a signal here. It's tempting to take it. Sometimes you might take it on your own strength, right? But you get stopped out. But the indicator itself didn't say go long here. Right? Very spotty action, guys. Very spotty action. Everything is being led to the downside via the Dow. Tech is strong. Tech is strong. It's just the Dow that's weak. Okay, let's see what sectors are rolling over and what sectors are strong. So who's done for the day, guys? Who's done for the day? When I say tech is strong, I mean from an intraday perspective. I wish there was a way to change the way these things are, the gain is aggregated. I think it's very deceptive, if you ask me. I know that's convention. Convention is where is price in relation to prior day's close. That's how you get the measure. But from an intraday perspective, that's very deceptive. What's important to us is where is price in relation to today's open. I wish there was a way to flip that. Flip the logic. Anyone done for the day? Chop, chop, chop. Okay, if I have to take something, retrace, reject Amazon, NVIDIA. Alphabet. See if you can start to slide below 360. All right, the issue is there's no follow through. Okay. And tomorrow's Friday, guys. All right, so do whatever you can to try to close this week on the green side. Don't give back any profits. Okay, forcing trades in low probability conditions. All right. If you're green, okay, if you're not satisfied, okay, it's a step closer to your weekly goal. All right, that's what the market is given. Sometimes the market gives you a return that you're not satisfied with, and then you leverage more to try to get more, and you walk away with less. At the end of the day, you'll come to the conclusion that it would have been better if I just walked away. All right, that's what it's giving us. Okay, a shockwave 60. I can potentially entertain it. Google's starting to break down. Google failed to hold that 360 full circle. Be mindful of the spreads here. Looking at the 355s on Google. 355 puts. If you took Google already, 2 signals were there via shockwave 5. 15, 1 signal. Manage accordingly, starting to slide. How are those puts looking, Devil Dog? If you took Google, how are they looking? If you're waiting for that break. So what it's coming down to for me is that Tesla retest, okay, for the calls. Google retrace reject. Okay, let me narrow it down and SPY, shockwave 60. SPY, shockwave 60. SPY, shockwave 60, 1 DTEs. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. So SPY breaks shockwave 60. I'll take the 1 DTEs. Okay, conservative risk. Google retest and Google retrace reject, resurface above it, fall back under, and a Tesla retest for the bounce. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. If I had to take the trades, that's what I'll be looking at. Now let me pull up Tesla as well. Tesla, the 325s. Tesla's been very elusive. Very elusive for Tesla. It's also testing VWAP. So that'll be the 768s. 768s there. Okay. So Tesla's starting to bounce. I want Tesla to dive a little deeper into that and then resurface. The days when the resurface entry works, today just wants to tap it. So it tells us there's a little bit of strength there on Tesla. But I won't flip my model. I'm going to continue to use the resurface. That's been what's been working really well. And that's been the safest way to approach it in this season. Okay, there's no stopping the Dow here, guys. The Dow continues to fall off a cliff. Yeah, it can slide. That's why I'm trying to filter that out. Make sure I don't get caught in a slide. Slip and slide. SPY hasn't done anything, guys. SPY has not done anything. So from the indexes, small caps the winner. I don't really trade the Dow because of its lack of volume and movement and volatility. If you do like to trade the Dow, you probably have to go further. Let that selling on the 5 clear out on Tesla. We have Amazon looking to get a fresh break during the shift. We have Google looking to retrace reject. Okay, let's take a look at Google as well. Retrace reject on Google. Looking at the 355s on Google, these are 1 DTs. All right. Okay, I like that strength coming in. Push it a little higher, get back into it a little bit. Get a nice little push. Okay, see if Tesla can resurface. Tesla still has a lot of time on that candle there. Fresh 5. Tesla, hold that level. Tesla, hold that level. Tesla also testing VWAP. Okay, see if we can get back above VWAP on Tesla. I want that 5 in the candle, at least to get to half-life. And see if we can close out strong. We're also seeing a retrace reject on Google. Google's trying to coil back to the downside. Okay, SPY, the issue is SPY is sticky, right? SPY is sticky. SPY is still within that range. So whatever you do take is probably see profit, take profit. So it's going to come down to Tesla, Google, depending on what SPY does here. And I also have the option of taking the breakdown below these lows with the 1 DTEs. Okay, Google seems showing some strength. Okay, I want Google to cross back down. If we can cross back down a wick, I'll take Google. So I'm trying to fade that pop. Not at the top of the pop, but as the pop starts to get some weakness. If it just continues to go, let it continue to go, but I want it to fall back under, and that'll be my trigger. Fall back under. We're seeing some aggressive buyers trying to reclaim those lows. See if they can get faded and get absorbed. So Google did provide a nice little scalp. See See if that candle can get faded. That 2-minute buying spree can get faded. If SPY can break that 769.51, that would be encouraging. Okay, Google, get faded. We are seeing some buyers on the 5. SPY guys, SPY's in this magnet territory. Okay, pre-market low, 770, daily open, nothing burger on SPY. Apple also coming into play for retrace reject. Keep a close eye. Tesla starting to slide, so no horse in the race, just observing to see what I can decide to buy. Google slide back lower. I want that 5-minute candle to wick back below that level. If it's a full body close, we'll let it be. If SPY holds below above 770, gets back above VWAP, we can see Tesla starting to push. If SPY decides to start to push back into that PMH, Tesla's the candidate. Okay, Tesla's starting to wake up. Look at SPY. SPY's waking up as well. All right, it's all about timing, if you ask me. Okay, Google continues to push. Tesla starting to push back above VWAP. SPY testing VWAP. Q's testing that 9. Q's testing PMH and daily downside breaker. VIX continues making new lows. Small caps testing VWAP. Dow continues to fall off a cliff. Google continues to push. No signs of slowdown. Tesla nice bounce. All right, it's going to come down to timing. Okay, Google just continues to push, so no collapse back under. Tesla. And you want to take Tesla. IWM puts, good. Beautiful job, Turbo. Okay. Just being a little defensive on my end. Being a little defensive. Tesla actually went to scale out. Tesla went to scale out. Okay, Tesla. Wow. That came and left. A SPY bounced off that PML. Tesla bounce, came and left. So missed opportunity there. And Google, no break back lower. Okay, guys, make sure to like the video. We're closing in on 11 o'clock. We'll run the stream until 11:30. Very, very tricky action here, guys. We keep flirting with that support, right? So this key zone just it's unable to get broken to the downside. All right, so the only thing we got so far is Shockwave 15, call, no puts. Key zone too strong, so that's a compound break. So I'm having some FOMO here, guys, on Tesla. My goodness, look at Tesla, guys. So it might have been deer in the headlights on this trade. That's not on the 60. You'll see it right here. Okay, came, swept this, got back above VWAP, reclaimed 320, and let's look at that. Okay, so it's going to come down to Tesla and IW as the MVPs for the day. Anyone catch Tesla? Anyone catch Tesla? It's officially 11 o'clock, guys. If it's officially 11 o'clock, if we're at 100 likes, we'll do the giveaway. Okay, it looks like Shockwave 15. Okay, inside on this hourly. So let's take a look at the hourly one in doubt. Zoom out. It's officially 11 o'clock. So 2 trades in the books, both worked in our favor. Very grindy type of day, guys. Very slow grind type of day. So this candle tells us everything we need to know. All right, so there are some buyers interested here. There are some sellers here. So where did that leave that last hour? That left that last hour, okay, to exist in this very tight area, giving it a doji candle. Doji candle means indecision. All right, so there are buyers. We were directional. We got a break at these highs, if you recall. We continue to push. We failed to hold enforcement. That simply means we're failing to hold the initial break level. We recoil, drop all the way, okay, into the 769.50s. Not enough to knock out these lows and get an engulfer. And then we get picked back up, flip it, and go doji. All right, so what that tells us is basically buyers are here, sellers are here. Okay, that's where the aggression is. There's enough aggression here to push it to the midpoint. There's enough aggression here to push it to the midpoint. Now, with this new hourly candle, where does that put us? This puts us in the heart of this doji candle. So unless we get some kind of separation from the same level we discussed in pre-market team, that key zone, okay, unless we get some kind of separation away from here, all right, it's a very low probability environment. Okay, very low probability environment. Okay, if you took 15 there at 11 o'clock, stopped out. So out of the 1, 2, 3 signals, one stopped out in this mess. So I'm on the 60. Google, okay, Google, still keeping an eye on Google. Went all the way to VWAP. If it starts to break down, I'm targeting lows of the day off that trigger. Okay, I know I made a nice push to the upside. Made a lower high, went to VWAP. If it wants to break, okay, below that low, I'll be there if this is a legitimate slide. If there's a legitimate slide separation, that'd be great. The Dow continues to sell off, guys. Alright, so now we know the strength is in tech, in the Qs. So if the Qs start to break trend, break structure, and the Dow continues to slide, this can turn to synchronized selling. But as long as the Qs are stable and the Dow sells off, okay, SPY is going to be stuck in this gray area. Okay, it's going to constantly gravitate back towards this territory and possibly trade within pre-market high, pre-market low. Keeping a close eye on Google and that reclaim back to downside, target lows of the day. It's not coming to play yet. So that went all the way to VWAP. So let's see if there's some follow through behind that to the downside. We're looking at the 355 puts on Google. So these are spready. Okay. Okay, see if I can take Google right there. Okay, nice little push. Okay, I'll take Google right there. I'm going to buy the ask. All right, I want to make sure I get filled. So I'm going to Google here, target lows of the day. Third trade of the day. Risk conservative. Okay, this will be our lotto for the day. Okay, Google puts. All right, didn't get the exact fill at that level, but with that breakdown, see that slide below that level can guide us into lows of the day. Okay, so risk already allocated on Google. Targeting the lows of the day with these contracts. What will be favorable, of course, lows of the day being 359.68. Of course, that 360 psych level needs to be, we need to get a close below it. Obviously, if SPY can start to slide, that'd be favorable. Okay. Okay, let's see if Google will start to roll. There goes Google. These contracts were once priced at 355 when they hit those lows. All right. So they can possibly get into the 40s. 155, I should say. If you need to TP, guys, on Google, make sure to TP. We're up 8. Getting very close to the lows of the day. Up 9. I'm looking to, if it starts to continue to slide, I'll look to sell the ask. So meaning I'm going to sell the highest price as it pushes into strength. Up 11. I'm going to have a sell for the ask at 140. I'm going to move it to 138. My ask is at 130 for that sell if we knock out those lows. Okay. Sold the majority at 138. Down to runners, up 13. Okay, now let's see if we can knock out those lows. So sold the majority at the ask. So waiting for price to spike. And then now see if these runners can knock out these lows and then start to run. So the one last thing I want to see here is a double bottom on Google. Okay, we took Google dollar signs in the chat. Okay. We waited for Google. Tesla. Tesla kind of slipped. And notice how we stayed patient on Google. I was looking to take it here, but I wanted to fall back under, waited for it here, got the puts. So majority already taken off at 13%. And runners, I want to see runners get below these lows. I don't want to see a double bottom. SPY starting to bounce. And my stop would be a conservative stop. Okay, not conservative as it pertains to shockwave, but right here. I want no close back above 360 for these runners. That should put us at break even. Okay, the biggest thing is, of course, a double bottom that can lead us higher. Okay, so I don't want to see a double bottom. And then with the runners, best case scenario, downside. Worst case scenario, stopped out break even. Okay, after extracting 13. And targeting lows a day, highs a day is always a good way to ensure you're secure in profit or near those levels, because those are times where you can see price, even though it doesn't fully go the other way, you can see an erratic response in that territory. So I don't want to see a close above here. Okay, no close above that 360 and that put trigger at 360.11. I can accept wicks, no close above that, and that'll be my risk for those runners, not the risk all the way up here. Okay, see if in the meantime I want to see SPY hold below VWAP. Okay, so 3 trades today, guys. All 3 trades worked in our favor. Anyone take Google? Whether you took Google or I think Tesla was a better one, but if it's gone, I'm not going to chase it. All right, so Google waited for it, came into play. So put in the chat, do you think Google gets into these lows, or do we get stopped out first? Okay, do we get stopped out first, type A, or do we get to these lows, type B? Okay, A, trade gets stopped out, runners get stopped out, we walk away. All right, we already took a majority off. Okay, or B, these runners do their job and get into these lows down here. Okay, of course I'm in the B camp with a horse in the race. But what do you guys think? Let us know. So we need to knock out these lows and continue to sell off. We can see some contention there, don't be surprised. Okay, we can see some contention there. Okay, Tesla, the FOMO is real on Tesla. Tesla, just phenomenal push. If you caught that, congratulations. All right, so even in these conditions, team, you should be encouraged. There's still opportunities. On the other side of strategy, on the other side of patience. Okay, you still have to be tactical. All right, so if you took profits already, double-digit extraction, good, good, good. If you're waiting for a push into this 358 neighborhood, continue to wait. What I would say, of course, is always take some profits off the table. Okay, it doesn't hurt. Now it is 11:11, guys. So again, this will be our last trade of the day. If we're at 100 likes, we'll do a giveaway. Did you take Google there, Devil Dog, or were you in it from before? 40% IW inputs. Good, good, good. And so on this 5, I don't want to see like a hammer. All right, there's still some selling on this 5 in the candle. All right, buyers are stepping up off those lows, off the double bottom formation. But I don't want this 5 in the candle to get overthrown and turn into hammer. So I can allow some of that buying. Okay, ideally I want to see SPY a crack back below VWAP and getting back near that 770. But the dangerous part is going short right here. You see a lot of traders go short right there. All right, so at that point we're already up 11%, so we have a buffer, if that makes sense. Okay, let that slide go. Go, go, go. See if you can continue to slide. Again, stubborn buyers. I don't blame buyers for picking it up there. All right, it's not a bad pickup, but we just want them to get overthrown and absorbed. Slice and dice and get to this B area. If it's meant to be, get to B. Took Tesla. Beautiful job. Nvidia already broke down. It's retesting that pre-market low. Or what were you able to extract on Tesla of a news? Tremendous job. Okay. Google up 13%. 14. Go. I like how SPY is starting to slide. Dow just continues to make lower lows. Okay. Create as much separation away from this area as possible. Okay. Close as far away from those lows as possible. So now the only thing buyers can try to mount is a sweep. So as long as we don't see a sweep and a quick reclaim, okay, the selling pressure is too much. And we have some favor from SPY. Up 16. Okay, TP 18, guys. Okay. I'm going to use this as my stop now. Okay, I'm going to use this level as my stop. So I'll at least extract 10-15% out of this. When you do sell on Google, if you sell the ask, you won't get a exact fill, but you'll be selling it at the highest price. If you sell the bid, you will lose on the spread. So it just depends on how quickly you want to get filled. The reason why I sold the majority at the ask is because I bought at the bid. Okay, up 18. Buyers are trying here. Okay, I'll close it right there for 18. Respectable 18. All right, I want to see it go back up and then sit through it, and that's just in time for 11:15. Okay, just in time for that 15-minute candle. All right, so Google, beautiful trade. Okay, took our profits, double digits. Got the breakdown into lows a day and beyond. And that might be your signal. This is going to go into those lows. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to be too greedy. I'll take it at 18. Okay, so that might be the trade of the day. So far, the smoothest trade that we had is Google. One that got away. Okay, Tesla. All right, so but be confident. When things do get away, guys, don't panic. Don't chase. It's not the end of the world. If you have a proven system, all right, these setups will be brought to your footstep. Okay, they'll be brought to your door. It's a matter of, do I want to take it? Do I not want to take it? Before I do decide to take it, what's my risk? Okay, so it looks like we took Google to that bottom wick there. Good. All right. Any question, guys? Any question? 30% for me on Tesla. Keep it safe. Beautiful. So I had the cut on Google. Sometimes I just feel like a wick is coming. Right? So the reality of the situation is, if you want to capture this, okay, just an estimate, rough estimate that can possibly push the P&L from 19-20% to 25 to 35%, but you're already up 20%. So it's always a tug of war, right? So it's always, do I want to keep it? Do I not want to? So it just depends. And sometimes I change my mind and just say, you know what, I'll just take it, because there might be a little back and forth. If SPY was directional, if everything was directional, right, it would be much easier. And if we were in the middle of the month, the reason why I say middle of the month is because during the beginning of the month, guys, especially that first week of the month, all right, you're just looking to build a cushion. Of course, you're looking, your job every week is to be on the green side by Friday 4 p.m. but you're trying to build a cushion. You're trying to secure profit. You're trying to cut trades quickly. You're trying to make sure you do those things. Okay? So it looks like it's going to B. Alright, can SPY hold below that daily downside breaker and trigger shockwave 60. Alright, so 3 trades for me. All 3 trades. I'm probably going to be done trading, guys. I'd like to take shockwave 60, but I'll be done with those 3. If you held Google and got all the way to B. Alright, any questions on YouTube? Okay. Apple retrace reject is gorgeous. Beautiful job on Google, John G. Someday I want to trade like George. Thank you. You will. Trading like me is basically trading to the best of your ability, following your system. Right, putting your best foot forward. Proving to yourself that you can deal with the ebbs and flows. Okay, proving to yourself that 9 times out of 10 you're going to do the right thing when you're frustrated. You've been through the gauntlet. You've proven to yourself that you can dig yourself out of drawdown. All these things. All right, and that will allow you to trade to the best of your ability. Week on test is interesting. Everything is kind of, it's either something is working, right, a little bit, not working at all. And that's pretty much it. Working a little bit or not working at all. And if you get lucky, you catch a name that works really well. All right, but still, if you see profit, take profit. You will have something to show for it. You will leave with more than what you came in with. And by the end of the week, you'll be on the right side. This Apple drop was beautiful. So a good TP on Google. Maybe could have dropped a little more for another 5 to 8%. Where does it get to? All right, it comes very close to B. Okay, it teases that exact level and then an impulsive wick. Where did I get out? I got out right here. Okay. So from here to here, it's about an additional, let's say, 5 to 7%. Let's be generous, 10%. Right? 10% appreciation. But why do I tell you this? From here to here, that's about a minus 15%. So you can very easily be down to break even or low single digit appreciation with this wick because of the velocity of those 2 candles. All right, so it takes less for your profits to get diminished. And it takes more for them to appreciate. And that continues to the longer you hold it, okay, the more that takes place. We're directional on the hourly on SPY. Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions? If we're at 100 likes, we'll do the giveaway. We're going to jump over to our private stream now, guys. So if you are a YouTube member, if you are supporting the channel on YouTube, you'll have access to the private stream. We're going to hang out for a little bit more. If there's any more ideas, we'll discuss it there. If I do decide to take any trades, we'll discuss it there. And we'll continue to provide coverage of analysis, take any questions. But the majority of our program will be complete here. So if you're interested in the extended stream, guys, make sure to go to smartactiontrade.com. Okay, and join us there. Scan the code on the screen to join us. And YouTube members, that's going to be a perk. Okay, you can join the extended stream. Any questions on? I didn't check the likes yet. So if we're above 100 likes, we'll do a giveaway. If we're below 100 likes, then we will hold off on the giveaway. But that 100 like mark is critical, guys, for the health of our channel. So if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy the content on this channel, okay, we lead with process, we lead with education. We don't lead with the bells and whistles. Okay, we don't lead with vanity metrics. We lead with the boring stuff, because those are the things that are going to help you. Okay, those are the things that are going to help you. All right, that's our strategy. That's our approach in providing as much value as possible to new traders, advanced traders, and traders, struggling traders. They're almost there, especially that group. Right, they're just waiting for a breakthrough, and you're on the verge of giving up. Okay, there's a fork in the road. You've put in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You've had some wins, you had some losses, and you're at a fork in the road. Do you continue, or do you just give it up completely? All right, that's why we lead with education, we lead with process, and everyone has the ingredients to be profitable. But it's just a matter of putting everything together. And if you're committed to that, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Okay, it's just a matter of when. And you have to truly, truly believe it deep down. Right? You have to believe it like no one else believes it. You don't need to convince anyone else. Okay, you need to convince yourself that it's possible if you do these things. Because that's what it requires. Process, risk management. Okay, just overall emotional control. Those are the things. And everyone is one or two things away. 1 or 2 tweaks away. Because if you do figure this out, okay, the upside is up to you. All right, the upside is up to you. It's all about regret minimization. Not how about if you fail. How about if you figure it out? And you're not going to do it accidentally. It has to be intentional. It's going to require a lot of work. It's going to sometimes require some pain as well. And to see it through, okay, and to be on that path, you have to be completely committed. And that's our angle. All right, we know our space is filled with empty promises. The only thing I can promise you is giving you the tools and resources you need to be the best you can be. All right, I can't promise you results. I can't take the trades for you. But all I can do is to deliver as much value as possible to help you on your journey. All right, so if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, make sure to click the link in the description, and we'll continue to stream there. Hang tight, YouTube members. We're going to go to private here shortly. Strikers, we'll do end of stream poll here as well. And those three trades will be the trades for today. Nice cut on Google. Okay, so Google, nice cut. Okay, nice TP there. Apple, gorgeous breakdown. Any questions on YouTube? Any questions? Any questions? Let me take a look at the chat real quick. So many strategies. That's what I love about it. But psychological aspect of it, that is the biggest lesson of all. 100%. Okay, we'll look to wrap it up here, guys. As always, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you found value. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Help us get to the illustrious 5,900 sub mark as we continue to build our... Okay, we passed 5,900, so 6K. All right, all eyes on 6K. Let's see if we can hit 6K before the Qs hit all-time highs. All right, it's a race. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're green, stay clean. If you're still in the trenches, be patient. Timing, there's a certain there's an element of time that's required to get those good entries. If you don't see your setups, you don't like the action, the slow movement, okay, keep sitting on your hands is a win. All right, you don't want to take a bunch of trades today, give back your profits from the week. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's ramp down Friday. Make sure to join us tomorrow, guys. It's free trade Friday, so I'm going to share the link to our ad-free delay-free stream. If you're in the Discord, in the free tier Discord, you have access to that. So I'm going to invite you guys to have access to it. I want to open it up first thing in the morning. You must be in the free tier Discord to access that. And you can access that at smartactiontrade.com. Okay? smartactiontrade.com. Go to the community tab. Once you go to the community tab, free tier Discord, once a week you have access to delay-free ad-free stream. On top of that, 24/7 stock market newsfeed and a host of tools and resources. If you're ready to level up, take advantage of this price. Okay, this price is it's gonna no longer exist very soon. Right? You're gonna come back. It's gonna be a different price. All right, take advantage of it during these summer months. Going into the stretch of the year, the price increase is gonna kick in. Okay, so once you're grandfathered in, any members, okay, that's the price you pay. There are members who joined a long time ago, maybe a year ago. All right, they pay a different price. All right, so there's no increase. There's no increase in your price. So make sure to lock in and take advantage. All right, if you're looking to get Shockwave, that's all available on the site as well. Again, the link that's floating around in the chat, all right, that is the 1-year access. The 1-year access on the site is $697. The link in the chat is the $497. All right, so you can take advantage of that before the new prices drop. If you have lifetime Shockwave 15, you get all the updates, right? So you don't have to worry about that. So there's going to be the annual, lifetime, and the quarterly will be phased out. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people like the yearly and the lifetime, all right? The quarterly will be phased out, so if you want to give it a spin for the quarter, this is your last month to do so, all right? Everything's available at smartactiontrade.com, but join us tomorrow for Free Trade Friday. Tomorrow's also Ramp Down Friday. So let's close the week out as strong as possible. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.